Okay, time to go back to Albedo. And yes, you can see I got Eula. Yes, I did. I just wanted her, okay?
Albedo!
Yay!
Traveler, Paimon.
How are you doing?
I suppose your story is ready.
Yep. How about you? Do you need some more time?
That's not the interesting thing going on here.
No need. I am also ready to tell my story.
Paimon calls dibs! Paimon first!
Okay, let's hear your story.
Please, go ahead.
What you got, Paimon?
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, there was an evil researcher who went into the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. Then they stood by the side of the mountain to wait for unsuspecting bypassers. To whoever spoke to them, they would ask some questions such as, "Who am I? Who are you?" If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd make would be a yelp before the whopper flower ate them alive in one bite.
Meh. Okay.
Ooh, truly frightening.
Yes, Paimon is truly frightening. Your story sucked.
What the? You two aren't scared at all!
Maybe your story sucked and you just don't know.
Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own!
Ooh, they're going into the idea of what happens after.
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victims.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who's scared by it.
Something in the news has made me think a lot on horror.
It's a good story. Oh, may I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah! Go on, Albedo.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
He's funny as hell. Go on then. What's your story?
Mine is a little longer than yours. It starts with an alchemist.
So it's the truth. Okay. Got it.
A great alchemist once created Subject 1.
Albedo.
Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic human. However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power.
Was he created from the exact same principles as
He
Albedo?
saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow miraculously blended in among them. Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. He saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend, witnessed their affection as they addressed him by name. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself.
This is giving Paimon the chills. So scary.
The story's only scary for Albedo / Subject 1.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes, and studied all that Subject 1 had learned from the alchemist. Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly. He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face, Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities and transformed it using dragon blood and alchemy. And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity, Subject 3.
What? There's 3 of them now?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these marks were symbols of imperfection. In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by their flaws. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down. The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary. Paimon's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
You're a wuss. Get a grip, Paimon. The thing about this is, it is a bit iffy though, because obviously this kind of hints at what's going to happen to Albedo, but Albedo's still vigilant. So, is it really going to happen to him? And plus, the other entity could have easily become their own person. If they were successful enough to be able to replicate Albedo's form, then wouldn't they be able to be recognizably human-looking? Meaning they could have just entered the world and Albedo could have actually helped them with that transition.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong? Are you scared?
No.
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
He
Nothing
became
yet.
a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of.
This is gonna be fun.
It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective specimens that bore poisonous thorns. In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns. This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently. Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
No kidding, of course it's not just a story.
That was intense! So what happened after that? Did Subject 2's plan succeed?
We don't know yet.
Paimon can't bear thinking about it.
Fortunately, it is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But you can never let your guard down on Dragonspine. Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures.
Aww.
I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to hide the truth from you. The only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small. As beings who set foot in this world, How arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny and in desiring to create? Is creation an arrogant act, traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created us and control us gods? If it
Ooh.
is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect, and what purpose does it serve? Nothing special, but whenever I think about it, I feel a twinge of grief.
No.
Poor Albedo.
Hello? Traveler? Are you here?
Oh.
Hey, is that Amber?
Thought we might find you here.
Yay! Hey, Eula.
We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want you there too, Traveler.
Okay.
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
But if he's
I
alone...
won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so forgive me for not seeing you down.
If
Don't
we're
worry
leaving him
about it.
alone, though...
There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently. Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them waiting.
Leaving him alone's a really bad idea, though. Oh, this is such a bad move. Because if we leave him alone, we're opening the opportunity for him to be
Go ahead.
vulnerable.
You're one of their instructors, no?
And? You should come too, then. God damn it.
Huh? Who is this guy?
Who...
Allow me to introduce Yozerv. He's Joel's father.
Is he now? How convenient. Most of us assumed he was dead or just gone.
This is that traveler I was telling you about. The travelers helped me out loads in the past, and this time we even built a snowman together.
I'm suspicious of you. Because there's a chance this could be the fake. Because if they're able to change their appearance to match Albedo's...
Joel has told me everything about you. I can't thank you enough.
How are you alive?
This is amazing. Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away? And what is Pallet doing here?
Aw,
Pallet
Cyrus.
is the hero
Oh.
of the hour this time.
No!
Go on, Pallet. Tell us
No.
what happened in your own words.
No, he's not allowed to not fuck up. He's terrible. No.
Okay. The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also great treasure.
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
But I had only been away from the group for a short while when I fell down a slope and just started rolling.
Uh-oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
I hope so.
The place I fell to
Not
was
enough,
somewhere I
though.
didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my whole life.
Thanks, Bennett. Thank you. If only he'd broken some bones, too. You're fine, Bennett,
Then
don't
I
worry.
met Yozerv. He'd heard the sound of me falling and came out to see what was going on.
Huh?
Wow. So it was completely by chance then.
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems.
How
He didn't
convenient.
even know his own name.
How very, very convenient.
The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then. So I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second with this completely stunned expression on his face. And then he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Yozerv suddenly started to remember.
Oh yeah, how sudden.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
Either it's convenient he's remembering if it is genuinely him,
Daddy.
or it's the fake.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
I want it to be the real one, but I don't trust this as far as I can throw it.
Surf, don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma. I'm not sure. I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone, and there was nothing to indicate who I was or how I got there. I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I hope
I'm
it's
all
the
right
real
now,
guy.
Joel. Oh, don't cry. Daddy's not going anywhere. I'm here to stay.
It's damn bloody monster. Clearly you're not cut out for leaving the place. For God's sake.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into Bennett on that mountain.
Thank you, Bennett. Screw you,
knew it.
Pallid.
I just...
You're fine,
No,
Bennett.
No, I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Pallid. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Meh.
Huh? Am I? I was just telling the truth.
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you to the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Aunty Eula,
Aw.
and Auntie Amber. Thanks, everyone.
Aunty Eula's the best one. Come on. Give her a hug. It'll be fine.
You all helped look after me, and I will always remember it.
Give her a
But
hug.
I guess I can't take the snowman with me, or it'll melt once it leaves Dragonspine. It's such a shame.
Oh,
Aw.
I can help with that. One moment.
How? Eula?
Eula?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
Oh. Okay, Auntie Eula's the best.
Really? Oh, this is awesome! You're the best, Auntie Eula!
Oh, yes, she is.
Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now! How cool is that?
Give her a
How can I
hug.
ever repay you all?
Yeah, you're fine.
Thank
be
you
real.
all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Dad, I want to go move the snowman. Can we do it now, please?
Okay, I'll be leaving with Joel now. I'm sure I'll see you all another day.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallid and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Kick his head in. Do it.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know?
If you didn't make the mistakes, there won't be problems.
Guys,
Get lost,
I
Pallid.
made this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Thanks, Eula.
Are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Come on now, just take it. No need to make such a fuss.
You're great, Eula.
now our snowman won't melt either.
I'll treasure it. I like housing items.
You're welcome. Just keep it. That's all I ask. Amber and I have some business to attend to now. See you later.
See ya. Everyone's gone. Seems like they've all got their own stuff to do now.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? We've been on Dragonspine all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Albedo about how to make a fruit juicifier machine that can keep the juice fresh.
You're an idiot, Paimon. Stop it. We don't need that. How would we carry it?
Maybe we should try Timaeus again. He does seem pretty eager to please after all.
Does he even have the capability?
Timaeus!
Hi.
Paimon, what can I do for you?
Paimon wants to ask you
Wait a
something
minute.
dumb.
You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh, you're not still thinking about that ridiculous juicer thing, are you?
Timaeus, will you help us?
There's no us in this situation. Yes.
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass. It's just the weirdest request ever.
No, but Paimon's Sunsetias are gonna go to waste without it.
Just get different Senseias.
In the time it would take me to research something like that, I could probably pick those Sunsetias again 10 times over.
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
You seem a bit quiet, but okay.
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh. I mean, surely it's...
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit going bad ever again.
That's impossible.
Sure. Yeah, there it is. You're the fake. You're trying to actually have the mark, though. This is the second time this has happened. Yeah, they are mentioning it. Damn right. Though we didn't see his neck when he walked away the first time around in the quest.
Turning
That's
fruit
new.
into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you simply want to keep the fruit from rotting, there are many ways to achieve this. Right, Traveler?
Your smile is off for Albedo. But yeah, no. The mark is disappearing and reappearing. I wonder if he heard our conversation.
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck? From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
Yeah. Because you're the fake. And you're bloody here, pretending to be him. I don't see why the hell it didn't just approach Albedo and ask. And the Traveler's an idiot for thinking that it's just a prank.
You were saying, how do you stop fruit from going bad?
Well, one way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine, where the snow never melts all year round.
Freeze it, okay.
Then Paimon won't be able to eat them.
You could always live on Dragonspine.
No, too cold for Paimon.
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them. This is where you come in, Traveler.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing all the work.
Little
Okay then, shall we go with that idea?
The Traveler then just like backhands Paimon on the back of the head.
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees.
Very
Who knows?
unlikely.
Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer, and when they finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh Sunsetias.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener. That's not the goal here.
Oh,
Mentioning gardening.
well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
You don't know the context of the last time that was mentioned, do you, boy? I didn't expect Albedo to joke about this. Yet, okay. Oh, he does, it's just not the real
Stop
one.
trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweet Sunsetias.
It bothers you, does it?
Of course it bothers Paimon. They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Sunsetias ever. And they're not for you.
Okay, but they're just Sunsetias. I think you're only so attached to them because you don't have much fruit of this quality in your possession. When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
Really?
It's not inaccurate, but still, you're not the real one, and I don't trust you. Well, that's it. Get him! Aww, it's gonna be a while until we get an update on that. I'm actually really intrigued. Damn it. Come on, that sucks. That sucks pretty damn hard. Come on, game. I wonder if Albedo's still fine then, because we were definitely speaking to the real one when we were up on Dragonspine. I'd assume, lore-wise, he's technically still there, and the imposter just keeps coming down to Mondstadt and pretending to be him. Maybe to learn his behaviour, maybe to start kind of giving the impression that he's the real one, so when he takes the real one out, he's easily able to take his place.